Corcovado National Park in the Osa Peninsula in Costa Rica is a wonderful place. One starts off from the boat and then walks in. We saw lots of lizards of various kinds, very difficult to see. Some caterpillars that are absolutely toxic and one does not want to touch them. Snakes that actually look like mines, so you can trip over them. We walked over streams and passed by ancient or fallen plains, sat down by the rivers and by the ocean, and just watched and waited for animals to come. They're in this glorious, glorious setting. Sometimes they came, sometimes they didn't. We had to be patient. We went in the evening and we went in the morning. We saw lots of birds. The bird life here is pretty fantastic. I can't even begin to tell you the names of some of these. Many of them are endemic, and we had to see them through the monoscope from the guide. Their songs, however, were everywhere, including those from the curassows who were wandering on the forest floor. The trogons are great, and they are plentiful. These little ones, again, with the scope, they were better seen than they were with the naked eye. As for the mammals, the wild boars were plentiful. They were kind of everywhere, and sometimes I would mistake them for capybaras, but no, they were boars. The coatis were both on the ground looking for things as well as in the trees. This little one came pretty close to me, and then he turned around and went away. The spider monkeys are hanging out in the trees. That we saw two families of spider monkeys, and that was a real treat. The squirrel monkeys were far more plentiful, and they were a joy to watch because they are just so much fun. They play so close to the tourists and don't get close enough to attack or anything like the white-faced capuchins might. Unfortunately, we didn't see any sloths, or not clearly at least. This one was from a scope and wasn't visible. The squirrel monkeys, however, made up for it. They were just so wonderful, and there were so many of them. This one is a howler, and he was, again, through the scope. That was the best way we could see him. And he was having fun munching on his food from the trees. What was the real treat of the tour were the tapirs. And I saw the one in the evening, and then in the morning we had these delightful creatures come exactly where we saw those earlier photos. They're sitting, there's nothing else other than nature. Now the tapir is coming out, and he is going to let you swim, and then we will see him. He came very close to us after the swim, and you can see the number of people who were here. Again, there are lots and lots of people on these trails, which was rather disturbing. Didn't disturb this tapir, however, and he continued on and then walked away. Ate a little bit, clearly ignoring the people, which was really good. Then he migrated off to the side of the little swampy area. Here he is going into the swamps, and here he's munching. And so the tapir, again, being the highlight of the tour, said goodbye to Corcovado National Park. Great tour.